Hello folks, this is Aditya from InspiredToRise.com, and today we have the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 and Coolpad Note 3 Plus smartphones here with us for a detailed comparison between both of these smartphones. So guys, without wasting much time, let's begin. So both of these smartphones have a 5.5-inch Full HD display. Right now we have set both of these smartphones to maximum possible brightness, as can be seen over here. So when the maximum possible brightness is turned on, both of these displays look bright, but the Redmi Note 3 seems a little bit more vibrant and it seems a little bit more crispy than the Coolpad Note 3. But when it comes to overall brightness, the Coolpad Note 3 does look a little bit more brighter than the Redmi Note 3. So in terms of screen brightness, the Coolpad Note 3 Plus is a little bit more bright, and in terms of having more color and having more color saturation and better color reproduction, the Redmi Note 3 does seem like a better phone. Now let's compare the fingerprint unlock performance of both of these smartphones as to how much time both of these smartphones take, and let's just try this one again. So the Redmi Note 3 did seem a little bit faster. We will try this one again. This time the Coolpad Note 3 was faster, and this time we pressed both simultaneously. So we don't have a stop motion camera, but in day-to-day usage we did find that the Coolpad Note 3 Plus was accurate fast enough more times than the Redmi Note 3. So that's it about the fingerprint sensor performance of both of these smartphones. So guys, we took pictures on both of these smartphones, and what we found out that the HDR with HDR mode enabled, they were slightly different pictures in both of these phones, and with the selfie cameras also the color difference is quite staggering. In Redmi Note 3 the color is a little bit more accurate, more warmer, more towards the redder side that my face is right now actually, and on the Coolpad Note 3 Plus the smartphone shows a little bit more towards the cooler side, while actually it's very hot out there, and the color is actually towards the warmer side as shown on the Redmi Note 3. So in terms of the selfie camera performance, both of these phones have 5 megapixel selfie camera, but the Redmi Note 3 is definitely better than the Coolpad Note 3 Plus. And now let's just check another picture. So what we find out from these pictures is that the Coolpad Note 3 Plus is quite desaturated. In terms of color reproduction, it's very towards the colder region. It shifts the scales towards the cooler region, so the pictures look a little bit desaturated at this point, while on the Redmi Note 3 the picture does look really better. And this might also be attributed to the fact that the Redmi Note 3 might have a better display. But when we check these pictures separately on our computers also, we found out that the Redmi Note 3's color reproduction was definitely a little bit better. This is also because of the fact that it pushes some of the warmer tones towards prominence, but those warmer tones are little bit more pleasing to the eye than the Coolpad Note 3 Plus, which has a little bit of the cooler tones. And even in such a warm sunny environment, those cooler tones are not actually true to life, and this one is also not 100% true to life, but it does look a little bit better. And apart from this, when we took an image of flowers, we found out that in this specific case the primary camera of the Coolpad Note 3 Plus was better, as it showed accurate color reproduction, and in this case which HDR turned off, the details were more in the Redmi Note 3, but in terms of color reproduction the Coolpad Note 3 Plus was better. This one has 16 megapixel camera, this one has a 13 megapixel camera, so all of those pixels do show up and the picture does look better on the Redmi Note 3. But when it comes to accurate color reproduction, the Coolpad Note 3 Plus here is the winner. And when we took the photo with HDR mode turned on, then the Coolpad Note 3 did a okay job. It was bit overexposed, but it still did an okay job. But with the HDR mode turned on this flower, the Redmi Note 3 overexposed the picture by a lot, and this picture looks really too much overexposed. So this is all for the camera comparison. If you want a general overall better camera, then go for the Redmi Note 3. But if you want something which does good color reproduction in extreme lighting or different cases, then go for the Coolpad Note 3 Plus. Do During the off-screen rendering and on-screen rendering of these situations in the Antutu benchmark on these tests, we found out that the Redmi Note 3 was able to push all of these details to a very satisfying frame rate, while the Coolpad Note 3 Plus was something which showed apparent signs of lag here and there. So the difference between benchmark scores is apparent over here. The Redmi Note 3 is definitely a better performer, but in terms of heating also, the Redmi Note 3 does feel a lot warm than the Coolpad Note 3, because of the fact that the Redmi Note 3 has a metal back and it feels very hot after running the benchmark. It must be around 45 to 50 degrees Celsius right now, it's that hot. While the Coolpad Note 3 Plus is also very hot on the back near the camera section, but still on the bottom it's bearable. But because of the fact that the Redmi Note 3 is a metallic smartphone, the overall phone has become very hot. So guys, we are going to test the maximum volume on both of these smartphones. And let's just test the same thing on the Coolpad Note 3 Plus. Almost feels the same. And what we will do right now is play both of them while keeping them on a different surface, and this would give us a better idea about which one would be muffled more while keeping on a flat surface. So let's just play them while keeping them on a flat surface like this. So let's first play this one. The muffling is apparent on the Coolpad Note 3 Plus, quite bit muffled sound, and on the Redmi Note 3 the muffling is a little bit less, because of the fact that these guys give a small bump over here, which does not allow the speaker to be completely in touch with the surface, so that makes for something better. While on the Coolpad Note 3 Plus it's a flat surface, so you keep it on a flat surface and the sound does get muffled up. And in terms of volume, both of these smartphones are almost comparable in terms of volume, but in terms of small nifty additions, the Redmi Note 3 is definitely a little bit higher. So guys, we are going to run a speed test on both of these smartphones. We will start the stopwatch in both of these smartphones and then do a series of actions which we would repeat on both of these smartphones, and we will see how much time do both of these smartphones take to complete the series of tests. So the first time was 23.18 camera, Play Store, MX Player, and one more application, which was the watch itself. And we would do the same on the Coolpad Note, on the Redmi Note 3. So as can be seen, to do the same set of activities, the Redmi Note 3 took 19.4 seconds while the Coolpad Note 3 Plus took 23.18 seconds. So it's evident that the Coolpad Note 3 Plus is somewhat slower than the Redmi Note 3, despite of the fact that the Redmi Note 3 we have is the 2GB RAM variant. The Snapdragon 650 on the Redmi Note 3 is definitely very higher performing than the MediaTek 6753 chipset on the Coolpad Note 3 Plus. So guys, this was it for the comparison video between both of these smartphones. In case you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And who should buy the Coolpad Note 3 Plus? The Coolpad Note 3 Plus is a good smartphone for a price of around 9,000 rupees. It does deliver you solid value for money. But in case you are someone who can spend a bit more, maybe 1,000 rupees more, you can get the Redmi Note 3, which is also a very good phone, and in many cases it is better than the Coolpad Note 3 Plus still. So that's it for this comparison review. In case you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up again, and one like equals to one prayer for my injured thumb. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.